My name is Melody Jones. The title of this work is Full Moon Over the Lake. I've used acrylic medium, pastel, on a large sheet of thick hot press paper. This image is of a surreal figure in the landscape. It's essentially made up of an isolated female figure, a moon and a lake. The female figure is illuminated by a full moon, as is the landscape around her. It's a monochromatic work, which means that it is one colour and different tones of that colour. It has different textures on it, created with the marks of the brush, and it has been inscribed with the end of a paintbrush to create the lines. My body of work over the last couple of years, I've employed an acrobatic model who is also a performance artist. For this particular series of work, I shot her while she was in a large hoop dangling from an acrobatic studio ceiling. And while I was excited by the images that I took of her, I could not conceptually resolve the hoop in my artwork. It had no meaning for me. It was just a device she used to perform on. So that concept of Ruby in the hoop lay dormant for a while until one evening I was standing on my veranda and I was watching the full moon come across the lake, and I was bewitched by the beauty of the moon and the light illuminating off the water, the reflections. And all of a sudden it dawned on me that the moon would become the hoop. And thus my journey into the landscape finally began. It's the idea of a cyclic new beginning, and where the moon affects, or there are different phases of the moon that you can rely on. It affects the tides and the currents of the lake, but it's always constant and always reliable. And in a time of a pandemic and climate crisis, the beauty and the reliability of nature is reassuring. Also, after being away for 25 years from the lake, I was able to reconnect to the landscape around me through this particular work. The only other thing I would have liked to have added was that I've been highly influenced by Paula Rago. I've always admired her work, but I saw an exhibition of hers in Paris last year, and I sat drawing in there for 2 days. Just that reassurance of her work influencing my work, and in an area where landscape dominates, it's nice to have a sort of shining star, like a mentor that you can look towards. I also wanted to say that if anyone had any questions about my work, just to contact me through my website or Instagram or my email.